This is IGN. Yes, it's true. The original 1977 Star Wars will be back in theaters in 2027. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, Netflix's $82.7 billion deal to buy Warner Brothers will see the streaming service gain access to a vast vault of content, which, according to a new report, could be used as a potential, quote, AI trove. Speaking Friday on an investor call attended by IGN, Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos repeatedly mentioned future innovation as one of the reasons why the streamer was so keen to own Warner Brothers' 102-year-old back catalog, which includes movies in the Harry Potter and DC Comics franchises, as well as TV series such as Game of Thrones, Friends, and The Big Bang Theory. Now, insider sources have told The Hollywood Reporter that the subtext behind Sarandos' mentions of innovation was the huge boost to Netflix's AI plans that Warner Brothers' library of content could bring, both to train future AI models and to allow subscribers access to generate their own creations using licensed assets. Viewed through this lens, the Netflix and Warner Brothers deal makes even more sense. For its part, Netflix has already built a finely tuned content algorithm based on machine learning and granular knowledge of its millions of subscribers. Warner Brothers, meanwhile, has an enormous back catalog of content that can be plugged into Netflix's existing service and used to create more content in the future. Netflix has long been accused of producing new TV series and movies designed by algorithm, using past viewing data to greenlight projects it can safely expect will be enjoyed by swaths of its subscriber base. Even on a base level, having access to Warner Brothers' catalog will undoubtedly help Netflix's algorithm learn even more about its users' viewing habits, with such a large library now part of its service. But beyond that, content companies are clearly keen to experiment further with AI generation and offer licensed access to their own franchises as a premium feature. Last month, Disney boss Bob Iger stated that he expected to see user-generated AI content appearing on Disney Plus in the near future as part of what he described as one of the, quote, biggest and the most significant changes from a product perspective, from a technology perspective, since we launched the service in 2019. Considering the vast back catalog at Disney's fingertips, it's perhaps no surprise to see Netflix keen to obtain a similarly historic library for itself as the streaming wars heat up further. Earlier this year, Disney announced it would bring the original Star Wars film, later dubbed Episode 4 A New Hope, back to theaters for the film's 50th anniversary in 2027. But it looks like we'll be seeing it a little earlier than we originally thought, on February 19th, 2027. This comes from an official announcement on the Star Wars website, which also revealed another piece of pretty big news. The version of A New Hope that will show in theaters in 2027 will be a newly restored version of the original 1977 theatrical release. This is likely the same version that was shown earlier this year in London at the Film on Film Festival. The original version of the film features a number of differences from the special edition, which, at the behest of George Lucas, has replaced the original in just about every possible medium for watching it since 1981. The differences are the origin of the Han shot first controversy, which is probably the most discussed aspect of the differences, but there are a number of other changes of varying levels of subtlety throughout. Lucas has been firm over the years that the special edition is his true version for the film. Speaking to the Associated Press in 2004 about his feelings, he said, "The special edition, that's the one I wanted out there. The other movie, it's on VHS if anybody wants it. I'm not going to spend and we're talking millions of dollars here, the money and the time to refurbish that because to me it doesn't really exist anymore. It's like this is the movie I wanted it to be, and I'm sorry you saw a half-completed film and fell in love with it, but I want it to be the way I want it to be. I'm the one who has to take responsibility for it. I'm the one who has to have everybody throw rocks at me all the time, so at least if they're going to throw rocks at me, they're going to throw rocks at me for something I love rather than something I think is not very good, or at least something I think is not finished." It's unclear if this 2027 showing and the London Festival showing are indicators of Lucas relaxing his stance a bit, or if everyone has just sufficiently bullied him into letting it exist alongside the special edition. Probably Disney's ownership of Lucasfilm has something to do with it, or as he told People magazine in October of this year, perhaps he simply managed to let it go. Of course I've moved past it, he said. I mean, I've got a life. We also don't know how long Star Wars will stay in theaters. The original announcement suggested it would debut on April 30th, 2027, with the intent of it showing at least through May the 4th, or Star Wars Day. It's possible they'll keep it in theaters long enough to still celebrate May the 4th, or perhaps Disney has other, even splashier plans for the big 50th. We only have to wait just over a whole year to find out. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console and subscribe to our weekly podcasts through the podcast service of your choice.
Spoken Layer.